quite extraordinarily in the house here, probably maybe perhaps just our biggest crowd yet. So look, a big round of applause for yourselves. It's great to have you on the show. Fantastic. And many more people across the country. Next week, the Auckland show. Now, this is astonishing. The World Health Organization recommendations for an adult, it's 6 teaspoons of sugar per day. So around the panel, I want to ask, starting from Anna Lorck, how much do you think the average New Zealand adult has per teaspoon a day? How many teaspoons of sugar?
Oh, probably 30, 35.
Okay, 35. Chloe?
Yeah, I'd say 35, 40.
35.
I said 20 earlier.
20. What do you?
Yeah, let's say 20.
20. Well, guess what? It's 37.
Woo!
That is how much sugar we have per day in our diet. So there's a petition gone to Parliament. 10,000 signatures. Should we have a sugar tax around the panel? Let's start with Anna. Would you be calling for a sugar tax?
Not at this point in time.
So when?
When's
the right time?
We've given the warning to those producers that if they don't start reducing sugar, then yes, we will legislate. But right now, the most important thing to do is educate. We need to have labelling on what we're buying, because as you said,
yeah, that's what the Food Council says.
But you didn't even know. But today, I know that there's average 37, but nobody knows what they're buying off their food at the moment. So we need to start educating them about that.
All right.
I think that that's a first step.
Okay, Chloe, greens. This is tomato sauce, baked beans, muffins. It's all that 37 a day. What do you think? Yogurt. Would the Greens like to institute a regulatory sugar tax? Yes or no?
So this is something that Julianne Genter, MP for the Green Party, has been really strong on. Yes, we do want to implement a sugar tax. It's recommended by the World Health Organization. It's not some crazy far-flung thing. It's been instituted by the UK, by Norway, and by Mexico.
Does it work? Does it work? Do they know? Does it work?
Look, it's not the be-all, end-all.
No,
but
that's right.
No, but no one's saying it's the be-all, end-all, and no one's saying it's the silver bullet, but it is a starting point. The magical market and its invisible hand is not helping our kids. Thousands of kids every year, young people, are being hospitalised for tooth decay.
All right, Mei, what did you make of what Chloe said there?
Yeah, well, I agree with Chloe. So our party doesn't have a policy on this, but I personally believe.
Are you going to push it?
Yes, I think there should be a tax on it. I think sugary drinks and all the other rubbish that's got all the sugar in it, we need to have some way of regulating it. We've already seen how it works with cigarettes.
All right. Okay, now, David, so here we go. 37. Should be 6. Is it time to really get with the party and institute a sugar royalty?
Well, I just want to tell you, when my kids...
sugar royalty.
When my kids find my stash of peanut slabs, I get in trouble, okay? So I'm not perfect in this scenario either. But what I'll say is, we haven't changed our position on a sugar tax, and it's not something that we're looking to...
Are you big on the chocolate, are you?
I'm partial to chocolate.
All right. Okay, let's go to the audience on this.
Well, I've got Paul here, who is very into putting a sugar tax. What's your reasoning behind putting a tax on sugar in New Zealand?
I'm a dialysis patient. I've spent a lot of time in the last 3 years with people who have diabetes, many of them type 2, which is dietary related. And I think it's tragic what sugar is doing to the people in our communities, particularly people right at the very bottom of the heap. It really is quite tragic.
You think a sugar tax will help? Because, I guess we've taxed cigarettes and smoking's gone down, right? So it will happen with sugar too?
Well, I would hope so, yes.
What, the sugary drinks first?
I think we should be looking at simple carbohydrates across the board. And we should be putting the money into healthcare for people.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much.
What's your name, sir?
Paul.
Oh, Paul. Sorry. Hey, round of applause to Paul. It's great to have you on the show. Very, very good. Thank you for coming tonight. Anna, what did you make of what Paul said? There's an example. I mean, the diabetes in New Zealand society is extraordinary now. Isn't it time to really start pushing some hard regulation? Labor can do it. You can do it.
We need to start with education, not regulation.
No.
It's education. And the reason we need to start with education is because that's how we can introduce into children
we all know we get fat if you eat too much.
Education, not regulation.
All right. What did you make, Chloe, of what Paul said there in terms of diabetes, in terms of the outcomes of eating too much sugar?
Oh, I mean, we know for a fact that it's bad, and we also know for a fact that Jonathan Coleman, our Minister for Health, when rejecting a sugar tax, was relying on research from Coca-Cola.
Is instituting a sugar tax?
There's a vested interest, mate.
Chloe, is putting a sugar tax waging a war on the poor?
No, Wallace, I don't think it is.
Is it a war
I
on the
don't think
poor?
it is, because this is one part of a multifaceted approach. We're the party who want to increase benefits by 20% and ensure that we have no people living in this country in poverty. We want to put kids' health ahead of the profit of big business.
Okay, all right. All right, now Charlotte, where are you in this huge crowd? Are you near? We have an author. We have an author, a superstar in the audience.
David Seymour,
I'm just here to have a beer at the local pub. I mean,
how convenient an election year that he's just here for a beer. David, what do you think of a sugar tax? Where's your stand?
oh, look, I think it's a waste of time. You've got kids who are going into dental surgeries with all all their teeth rotted out, having to have serious surgery before the...
So shouldn't we stop the sugar then?
No, that's not going to be stopped by a small sugar tax. That's an issue of gross parental negligence. And like a lot of things in life, it actually comes back to some personal responsibility. And I get a little bit sick and tired of listening to people like Chloe Swarbrick who say, well, it's just really a matter of adding on some tax, when the reality is that we are actually a society of individuals who can make a difference in our own lives.
All right.
Thank you, David. That's enough. All right. I think we've heard a lot from you. Hey, look, what are your thoughts? We've run out of time for the sugar tax, but your thoughts. Backbenchers with the ES hashtag. Next up, what's in a slogan?
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.